Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a video about the Motherland, and there's a lot of different things. Uh, there's shoutouts, there's the gameplay of the Motherland that I'm getting ready to do, my opinion about the Motherland, and something that happened that I found was hilarious, and people at Wargaming know about it. The guy who runs Super Tester knows about it. But the thing is that it didn't get stopped because kind of my fault that it didn't get stopped correctly, but it got stopped because I got involved with it. But let's go over that first. Then we'll get into the shout out. Then how about this? No, we're gonna go over the shout outs first. Then while I'm playing, I'm gonna explain to you what happened. And then as I'm playing, I'm going to give you my honest opinions about the Motherland and the event. This video is going to be pretty intensive. First of all, around about this moment in time, you're going to see these lovely little individuals pop up on the screen, the Megalodon and USS Wisconsin. If you could do me a favor, go like these guys, go subscribe to these guys. They have been around for a very long time. They're really good subs. They're my friends. Played with them before on Xbox. It's been a while since I've played with both of them because I haven't been on as much as I used to. But anyways, regardless, there's these two really cool guys. Please go follow them. And anyways, if any more of you have a channel, message me or whatever, and I'll shout out your channel again. I don't have a problem doing it. And if you know who you are with the Motherland. I helped this guy get it. First tier 8 premium, I assume. I'm pretty sure it's his first tier 8 premium. I didn't see any others. I helped him get his Motherland. And no problem doing that either. Happy to help him. Although I didn't think I was going to get it done. And he got his Xbox on like the last day or something like that. So he got to play and actually get it himself. But I helped with him. But anyways. Onto this thing, which is the Motherland. It's basically a T-54 Mod 1. Now, back when I made my Heavy Tank number 6 review, for a tank that's not even in the game, my whole philosophy was that they were going to, put this tank in the game after they put the Heavy Tank number 6 into the game, and I had the opportunity to review this tank before it even touched Xbox. Now, the problem with that was that I had to earn it on PC and then play it on there. And it would be different on there, kinda, because it's PC and this is Xbox, and for whatever reason, I don't get teamwork in either situation half the time. So, instead of playing with a bunch of potatoes on a controller, I'd be playing with a bunch of potatoes with a keyboard. Basically, I wouldn't get anything done. So, on console, I'm better on console than I am on PC, but I'm still decent on both. Either that I worked to get it on PC, or I worked and got it on here and owned it forever. On there, I didn't. Here, I get to keep it, and not gonna lie, this paint job, it gives me a little bit of an erection when I see it. But, I've seen so much red, black, and white, and little red stars for the last, few days since I got this thing. I want to beat my head up against a fucking wall. I'm not hating that Wargaming did this, but you gotta look at it this way. A lot of the people who own this tank don't know what they're doing because they've never played anything over a tier 5. Now, that's not a bad thing. No, it's a good thing. Why is it a good thing? Because they get to experience playing with higher tier. They get better at the higher tier. They play this tank, hopefully, to learn. And when they learn, they get better. Therefore, this is how the cycle works. Wargaming gives out free higher tier tanks, like this. You work for them. That means that you want it. When you work for something, you appreciate it in the end. That means that when you get this thing, therefore you want it, you want to be good in it. I understand if you're not the best player in the world, but you still work to get it. This wasn't the easy, well, I'm not going to say it was easy, and it wasn't hard. It was a challenge to get this thing. You had to make 150,000, And you didn't, the way they staggered it out, you couldn't get it all in one time. You had to wait. But the time frame for the last two, if you didn't have premium, this was a hard tank to get. And if you don't play this game with premium, and you're not the best player in the world, however, we do get higher XP bonuses per game than PC, for all I know, then you didn't have that much time to get this. But if you sat down and really worked for this tank and you wanted to be good in it, you can be. This is a very good tier 8 premium tank. However, the people who own it, they're trying. Now, the problem with that, it's not that they're playing to learn, which is a good thing, but they're playing with each other. I have been in games in this thing, and there be only Motherlands. Some people know how to play it, some people don't. You can't just get a bunch of these things together and expect everybody to know what they're doing. Now, this is a learning experience for everybody, because what I'm going back to say is that they work to get this tank, and therefore they appreciate it more in the end. That means that if they wanted it, they learned how to be good in it. Then, that means that when they give out more premium tanks to work towards, the people who get those at higher tiers experience tier 10, because if you don't have a tier 5, you're not going to see a tier 10. You get this thing, you can see tier 10s. You experience higher tier games, therefore you're better in the end. You can go back down to lower tiers and be better there. Therefore, you can raise the skill in this game by helping people who just start out by letting them experience high tiers. Just saying. That's how I view it. But I still want to beat my head up against a fucking wall when I see a team of 20 of these not know what they do and just drive around into water or drive around and turn sideways in the front of everybody and just die. And then there's those people who, you see this tank on the first day, May 31st. There's a bunch of people who own this thing. You spent $55 for this tank you could have got for free. I understand if you don't have the time, but was it really worth it? Really? I understand if you're a collector and you have disposable income, was it really worth it? I understand, I think it's worth it for Wargaming to give this out because they made $55, because therefore it was $12,500. You had to spend $50. It's not, it's still here, it's still here! 12,800, let me correct myself before I sound retarded. Vertical stabilizer, vents, rammer. This tank doesn't hold the ammo that it gives you. You get 25 boost. And if it would scroll back up, I would tell you more what it got, but it didn't want me to know. There we go. And then the ace that comes with it, that you can only get if you buy it. So, after a while, they released this one, which is only $10,000. Still $50 if you buy it the way they intended. Then they released just the Motherland. Still $50 if you pay it the way they intend you to buy it. It's still going to be $50. Really, the tank, you could have got it for free. Come on. Come on. Don't be lazy. I had the money to buy this thing the day it came out, and I said no. I want to earn it. Don't be lazy. Next time they do these things, I just want to see more people try in this game. You see, when this game first came out, this is going to be a long video, just saying, like I said. When this game first came out, this game, you saw a lot of people who knew what it was when it came out, and they wanted to play it. They wanted to be good at it. You got the tier 10. You saw some really good people when this game first came out. Now, you still see them, but it's like, I'm going to put it like this. It's like sweet tea. The first time you put, a bunch of sugar in the bottom and barely any water. Alright, so the sugar is the good players, the tea is the player base. The sugar is the good players. You taste it, there's a lot of it. A lot of sweetness. Now, the player base starts to rise. You're getting about half full. You still taste the sweetness, but it's barely there. You fill that the fucking cup all the way up to the top and stir it around. You can't taste it. It's just tea now. It's not sweet tea. It's just tea. Every now and then, oh man, that's pretty sweet. You see my point. You know, there's people that play this game that don't know what they're doing. I don't have a problem with that. I'm trying to be one of those people. I don't want to be the only YouTuber you watch, but I want to be the best one you watch. And that's kind of hard for me, because I'm not the best person in the world to come to get information. But a lot of people will disagree for some reason. Apparently, I'm good to some people. And anyways, back to the thing where I said I indirectly will kind of stop by getting involved. If you don't know, my dad also plays this game. So, he was playing, I think, Type 59, something like that. And this KV-85 was, you know, the whole player-based thing was happening with him. He didn't know what he was doing, and my dad killed him. That's in the pictures of what he said. Basically, the guy, I'm not going to name and shame this guy, but Wargaming kind of knows who he is, and if I can get pictures of it, they'll know because of what he said. Now, he basically messaged my dad or whatever, and he was all this kind of hate. Oh, you're scared of tier 6s and a tier 8, you're a pussy, all this stuff like that. This shit that I get for, you know, shooting tier 8 premium tank, or tier 8 tanks, regardless, with the Death Star premium rounds one-shotting them. Getting called a premium spammer, and I'm a pussy because I don't know how to play the game. However, I've played 25,000 games, and I have a YouTube channel dedicated to this game, and I don't know how to play. Okay. Okay. Anyways, the guy decides to message my dad again, and then saying he knows where my dad's house is. Okay, I really doubt that, because he got the whole entire state wrong, but you know, whoever's house he got the address to, you're fucked, basically, because he's gonna come steal something, I guess. It was in Ohio. I don't live in Ohio. But dumb fuck, I'll tell you that if you're in Ohio, if you gave me your address, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or you gave him my address, I mean, I don't think he gives a shit, but whatever. Anyways, to continue on with the story, I decided to let it go out. This is a 2-3 day span when this happened. Then my dad, you know, tells him that he's reported him for doing what he did. And then he said, quote, I am a super tester, you can't do shit. Because my dad said, I'm going to report you. Have fun not playing World of Tanks for a few days. Then he said, quote, I am a super tester, you can't do shit, ha ha. Okay. A few hours later, he gets a message. Or no, it was a day. It was it was the next day. It happened on a Monday. The last Monday? So it would have been Tuesday evening when he got this message. He got it from this guy, telling him that you report me and get me banned for 2 or 3 days, because I think Xbox tells you how many days you get banned or something. Either way, when my dad reported him, he got banned from Xbox Live. He couldn't get on. It was temporary. So, he keeps messaging my dad. My dad's not saying anything back at this point. So, my dad keeps him in his inbox and checks to see if he was on his normal account. Well, he was. So, he sends me a picture of his thing. I get on my Xbox and message him. I tell him, if you are a super tester, don't go around telling people that you are. And if you're doing what I think you're doing, and because I know what you said, you won't be in it anymore, basically, because, you know, you're harassing players of the game when you're supposedly a super tester. trying to make the game better. I should know. You can tell people you're in Super Tester, but you can't harass people because you are. And how the fuck was he sitting up there? It's this rain, man. Getting fog on the fucking windshield on this thing. Can't see shit. Anyways, you can go and tell people you're in Super Test, because I am. Well, I just got back in it, because now I have more time to play Xbox and help guys out in Super Test, and I really like doing that. I think it was really fun talking to all the people at Wargaming and everything. Special Effect, that's his name, Special Effect. That's the guy. This is the guy who runs it now. It used to be Max Chaos, I believe. I believe. Anyways, I tell him about it. I don't have the screenshots. He knows shit. He knows about the guy. But I think I can't remember if I gave him his name or not. But if it becomes a problem later, you know, he's not gonna be in Super Test anymore. But the thing is, though, I'm pretty sure he lied, because I pulled up a thing of everybody who was in Super Test. His name wasn't there. And he hasn't said anything back to anybody. So basically, this guy lied. He tried to take the, you know, high ground of I'm more specialer than you, because this guy did not have very good grammar. And he decided, you know, since you don't look like you've played that many games, my dad's only played a few thousand, this guy has played a little bit more. But as you can tell, he's one of those guys, he is not the sugar in the tea, he's just the tea. And the sweet sugar's at the bottom, and this motherfucker's at the top, he's the little bubble floating around on the top. He's a special little bubble. So, got my point across that you don't need to be a dick if you are in Super Test. I mean, all the guys who are in Super Test are really cool guys. I mean, they play the game. They're the guys who are the original ones that play this game. I'm not saying the people who aren't Super Test aren't the original ones. But I'm saying that most of the Super Test guys have been here since like really early, and that's what I like about Super Test, that they have experience playing the game, instead of you getting these guys who only play like a few hundred, and they just got, like, they bought a tier 8 premium and they're trying to tell you how to play. You know how that is. Anyways, back to Motherland. The gun is basically the other Russian gun. Other than the 122, minus 22 from it, you get the other Russian gun. And 100 millimeters. It's on the T-44 and stock on the T-54 and object 416 and the object 416 430 version or something. It's a tier 9. It looks retarded. I was fighting it in the last match. Anyways, and I really like that tier 9, and I called it stupid. Either way, only has 175 pin. Sees tier 10s. This T-54 basically with a weirder turret, like an up armored T-44. This tank is basically a heavily armored version of a T-44 with the 100mm gun. 235 premium round and some low number with high explosive. If you're not shooting a piece of paper, don't shoot premium. I mean, not premium. Don't shoot high explosive. The accuracy is all right. It has better gun handling than Type 59, but don't, you know, rush shots. You don't need to. It does have decent, you know, gun pressure for a Russian tank. 180 on the front of the turret, 120 on the sides, and some low number on the back of the turret. I don't know if you're going to be using the back of your turret to block anything, but if you do, there's probably a reason why you just got this tank and you're not doing so hot in it. 120 on the upper hull, 80 on the sides, and another low number on the ass. But if you're blocking stuff with your ass, there's probably a reason why you're watching a review for it, to learn how to get better in it. Just saying. I probably sound like a dick right now. Most people know me. I'm not a dick. I'm just being honest. If you're blocking things with your ass, there's a reason why you're watching a review for the Motherland. Or this thing's actually the T-54 Mod 1 prototype version of the. Oh, lovely. Who's over here with me? Alright, I feel a little bit better about the situation now. Come on, bitches. Alright, so it only holds 34 shots, so if you shoot, 34 times a game, you're fucked. Because after that point, about all you can do is point your gun at him and say bang. Oh, this guy's dead. Let's do this. The premium rounds, they fly really fast, obviously, because it's an APCR. I carry 10 because when you get into a tier 10 game, you're going to be, you don't want to spam premium, but then again, you're fighting tanks who have up to 20 to 30 more pin than your premium round does anyway, so you're not really causing any problems. And this thing does make really good money. I remember like one game that I did like 4,000 some damage. I made 167,000. And if you have a pretty decent game in this thing anyways, you get a lot of money. Average, the last game I got about 100,000 or something like that. So it does make really good money. Side scraping, it can do it. Don't over angle. It's about the same as a Tiger 2. You know how that works. 80 millimeters on the sides. It's flat. It gets lit on fire from front shots sometimes because Russians decided put the fuel tank right in front of the. Really? I was trying to block it with the back of my turret. Looked like I gotta go to YouTube, look up a video of how to holy shit bounce off my ass. Oh man, I take back what I said. You can do it. Tier 8 game, this thing is really good. Tier 9 game, it's alright. Tier 10 game, you're just another Tier 8. You can't really... You can, keep fire down on enemies, but with only 34 shots. And by the way, the reload on it's nice. Oh, man, I'm just gonna fucking ram it. So, pretty eventful video. Barely talked about the month. There's going to be, obviously, I said I was going to make more videos about something I didn't pass, but I didn't. But no one really asked. I haven't been on War Thunder. I've done the update. Got on there for a little bit. Trying to think how long it would take me to get a tank with ATGMs. Wisconsin wants me to get the Sheridan. I want the Sheridan. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get it. But hopefully it's not going to take forever. Shoot the thing in the gun. Oh, he's dead. Really don't want to be the one to go down there and fight him. Where's he going? He's coming up the road right here. Oh, he's dead. Great. So, basically, too long didn't listen version of this video. Shout out, go check those guys out. I stopped a guy from blaming or trying to be a dick. Kind of stopped him. He got banned for a day or so. Hopefully he didn't. He learned his lesson. Hopefully he did, but he probably didn't learn his lesson. Motherland, it's a good thing that they put a tank in the game like this where you can earn for free. They need to do it more often. Not saying tier 8 specifically, do any tier, but the more that people play higher tiers and get used to it, the better the skill base skill thing would be in this game. Hopefully, the optimistic view of this. But thus that brings the whole bandwagon of hating people who get the free tank because they're bad. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but what my opinion is, if they give away free tanks like this And like I said, people get to experience higher tier games earlier and more often and have an incentive to play because it's a premium, and they learn how to play from, YouTube videos or just getting better on their own. That means that when they go back down to lower tiers, as they come up, they're more experienced, and when they get to tier 10, they're good. See my point? So, anyways, that's two games in this thing, both of them around 100,000. I didn't do the best. If you want to see a full end, it's only like 7 o'clock and I'm tired. If you want to see an entire review dedicated to this thing and me not blabbing about other things, but I did show this thing off and gave it a pretty honest review about it. But if you want to see more, just let me know. If you want to see anything specifically, if you have a YouTube channel, let me know. I'll help you. I'll do anything to help you guys out. You know that. And somebody has already experienced that. Well, I helped him as much as I could. But, anyways, I will see you lovely individuals later, and I just broke my fucking keyboard.